Hi, I put this video together just to show some clips that I got of Forster's terns in Everglades National Park dive bombing a school of bait fish. This was at Long Lake on January 3rd, 2021, the last Sunday of the winter break. And so I came out here to West Lake, put my kayak in. I was in the water around 7:50, and all of these little pins that you see here, the blue, the green, the red, those are observations that I made, whether they're photos or audio clips, while I was on this paddle. The goal was for me to make it to the lungs, and when I was coming through this little creek that connects West Lake and Long Lake, as I turned this corner, I saw these birds dive bombing, and I just said, wow, I need to get over there quick. I was worried the fish were going to leave, so I paddled harder than I've ever paddled before, and I just went as fast as I could to get here. And I basically was up against the mangroves with the sun on my back, and thankfully the birds didn't leave, the fish didn't leave, and I spent over 30 minutes photographing and videoing these really cool birds. They're called Forster's terns. So again, it was right around this area in Long Lake. I'll zoom out really quick just to show where this was in relation to Everglades National Park. So you can see here's Main Park Road, and then here's Homestead, Kendall, and Miami up over here. So here are some of the videos and pictures that I got. I used my Nikon DSLR camera and a 300mm f4 lens to shoot these first few clips. I did slow some of them down just to show more detail. So here, for example, you can see the size of the little fish these terns were hunting. And, you know, I think they were maybe mosquito fish because I saw some mosquito fish near the kayak at the surface, but I'm not 100% sure. And so this shot shows some behavior that I only saw this one time where the tern dove down, and then two more times right after that, it kept going. So I don't know if it was maybe picking up some fish that it may have stunned on the initial dive. And here you're going to see how difficult it was to track these birds on their dive. So keeping them in the frame, you know, you saw how I kind of lagged down and it beat me to the surface of the water. This happened to me over and over again just because it was so hard to follow the birds. This next shot I wanted to include just to show what it looked like as they were flying around kind of on the prowl, looking for, you know, that next school of bait fish to dive at. And I also need to mention that for each one of these clips that I got where, you know, I managed to kind of get the bird in focus, there were maybe a dozen or more where I either completely missed the bird or I got awful blurry shots. All right, so these are all the Forster's terns flying together in a flock. It shows the general number that were present here on Long Lake. And although they were dispersed as they were hunting, you know, I was really grateful that they grouped up because it kind of gave me a better idea of how many were around. And if you're wondering if these terns make any noise, they do. My DSLR camera has a damaged microphone, but I did get some video with a little point-and-shoot camera that I had with me, and you can hear the high-pitched beak calls in the first few seconds of the video. I don't have my fishing rod, but I bet it would be good fishing. If these guys are this busy, there must be fish and bigger fish. I decided to close the video with some photos I got, and this first series ends with this one of the tern right at the moment that the bill was piercing the water, so I got a little lucky on that shot. And this next one, it kind of confused me when I first saw it. So this on the left is the fish, and then the tail is the tern's tail, not the fish's tail. So here are a few more shots just showing the birds flying around in different positions. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I have another one that I think you might like that shows the villain of the Everglades out here. I was disappointed to see this animal, and I was also shocked to see it, although it really isn't that unusual, unfortunately. So if you want to check that out, here is the link. I thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time.